Here's a video on how to mix your drums. Now, this is not your regular drum kit. This is kind of just program drums. And let me play the after, and then I'm gonna play the before. Okay, let me play what it was like before. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I bypassed some of the sends here. These are just extra reverb. Just wanted to do the demonstration dry first. Yeah, I think that's the only thing that is not been included. All right, now let's dive in. So of course you can hear the difference from the mixed and unmixed version. The goal is not to go crazy. The drums already sounds good. I think these were great samples, right, that were used in the production state. And I didn't produce this at all. The kick already sounds, and I'm gonna play the 808 as well too, so I can show you what I'm doing with the kick and 808 as well. Let's just hear the kick dry. I'm actually gonna play the 808 so you can hear what that is doing too. Okay, so hearing that this kick already has the knock that we're looking for, and that is the intended goal, right, for what the producer chose that sample. So the goal is to really make that, make it more pronounced as well, and really want it to knock really harder too. So I'm gonna open. I haven't put this up in a long time. Oops, let me readjust that. So let's see what I did here on the kick. Like I said, when you're looking at the knock, where and how does a kick, that knocking sound that you're hearing, that's what I can call it, because that's the way it translates to me. It's always around your 400 to 600 range. And on a regular drum kit, those are kind of the frequency we usually remove on like a standard drum kit, right? But for stuff like this, let me play it again. That's what we actually want to push, and I'm going to see what was done actually. Let's see. Boom. Yeah, we need to knock hard. Okay. So let's see. Let me just play let's see what I did here. Okay. Obviously, you can hear some volume change here, but yeah, all right. So nothing is done on this side. Okay, so I'm boosting about 3 to 4K at 372. So let me play, and I'm going to remove that frequency and dial it down and dial it up to see exactly what, so we can hear exactly what we're adding. Okay. Sounds like a drum, right? Okay, so that's that frequency right there. It's odd. Those are the things you normally would take out, but in here we're adding it to get that knock. Yeah, and then also adding about 88. How many dB here? About 5 dB at 88 hertz here. So let me bypass the plugin to see. Those are the only two things we're doing, and then there's a slight bit of compression going on here. Fast release and 3.5. That's just the default ratio setting here, and we're compressing quite a lot, to be honest. It's reaching 3 dB to like 5 dB, 6 dB. And of course the plugin is overloading, but as long as it's not affecting the sound, so I'm not worried about that. It's not clipping. And then, all right, let me play the before. Bypass the plugin, I mean, and then unbypass it. Okay. It sounds nice when it's bypassed, but that's not what we want from this kick sound. We want it to sound different, sound heavy, sound aggressive. Yeah, that's the word. Looking for the aggressive sound. So I'm gonna pull up this and see what we're doing here. All right, so it seems like I'm cutting this frequency here. What frequency is this? Well, 600. So let's hear what that is doing and why that is being cut off. Okay. Yes, I think by boosting that 372, right, could have affected this area too. So that's, though that is a knocking sound we're looking for, but it's excessive here. Let me play it again. Then just gonna bring it down. Okay. And then last but not the least, like I said, we're looking for, and this is where I'm gonna play the 808 too, so you can see, so you can hear what this is doing. So obviously I'm adding a ton of attack here using the smack attack by waves. I don't need the sustain because we're getting that from the 808 in the track, and the bass truly doesn't have any sustain. It's in and out quick, so I don't need to boost that or even remove what is already there. If I remove it, it's gonna sound really. Let's try and let's hear. But back to default now. Actually, it wasn't that bad, but I don't think we need to remove it. So let me bypass so you can hear what the attack is doing. Okay, I'm gonna bypass it right now. Bring it back in. Yeah, so it's just adding a little bit attack there, and this is the section here where I'm gonna play the 808, right? So you can hear how both the kick and the 808 working together. Only in this section of the song. The other section of the songs, the 808 is coming in and out too. So let's actually try that first. So that's what the kick plugin engaged. So now let me bypass it. So it's getting lost. The 808 is overpowering, but even at the same volume, and which we cranked the volume when we pushed it up, we want it to really poke through. Also, to take note too, I use I believe a parallel. What's it called? Docking. What do you call this? Side chain on the bass, but that's currently not on now. All right, so let me put the plugin back in again so you can hear what this is doing. The bass is knocking hard. I'm sorry, the kick is knocking really hard. And you might say, well, that's just volume being boosted. But what I'm going to do is to bypass the plugin, and then I'm going to push the volume on the fader, and let's see if we're going to get the same thing. So it's currently at -4. Let me put it to maybe 0 actually, and then let's hear it. So you can hear it is loud, but the aggressiveness is not there. It's very soft when you're comparing that to the bass. So if we're to play that in the track, you might not even hear. And let's actually try it. Now I'm gonna bring the processing back in. Okay, so as you can see, we didn't go too crazy on the kick drum. Very simple move here and there. The key is to know exactly what you're trying to achieve. So in this case, we know that we're trying to boost some frequency in there. The low end, yeah, it's good, we need it, but we didn't add much of it. Maybe that's subjective, right? Because some people will say, hey, 5 dB at 88 is a lot. Which it is, but it doesn't matter. Don't look at the numbers, what it sounds like. So that's the kick part, and I think I'm actually going to, this is going to be part 1, and we're going to do a part 2 So this video is not too long. But before you go, let me just show you also how the bass works here with the 808. How the kick, I mean. I'm gonna bypass it. Now enable it now. All right, so hopefully you're able to get some ideas. The goal is to maybe help with the approach, right? Why do I want to do stuff? It's not just pulling the plugin. Is what am I trying to achieve with this sound or this track? All right, hope this helped. See you on the next video.